Okay, I'm going to make another video. My advice for new agers. The term new ager is kind of a blanket term. I don't know, it was coined back in the 60s or 70s, something like that. But it covers anything outside the mainstream belief system. But if you get like into paganism, pagans are like, the paganism belief system is like tens of thousands of years old. So it kind of predates most of the major belief systems. So there's nothing really new about pagan. And Wiccan, I don't know how old Wiccan is. I'm going to get to those toward the end of my video. But now first I want to draw a distinction between that sweet little old lady that goes to church every Sunday. Oh, I just love. I know a number of very devout Christians. I got no problem with them. I was raised Christian. I certainly understand the Christian faith, and I've got definitely no problem with Christian faith. But now, if somebody is a real hardcore person, if they're in your face, if their belief system is the only right one and everybody else is wrong, now you got two options. The most logical option would be just say, "Hey, yeah, man, you practice your faith, I'll practice mine." Or you can, like, if they're Christian. There's a couple of key questions you can ask them, like, who was Cain's wife? Like Cain and Abel, that type of thing. That's one of Adam and Eve's sons was Cain. But you can read the Bible. Like I said, don't be afraid to read the Bible. Don't be afraid to open it up and read it and kind of learn from it, because there's some interesting stories. You can ask, do you really think Jonah lived inside a whale for like 6 months or something as a kind of a punishment? Or if you get like Genesis chapter 6, now open your Bible and read this story, because I find this very fascinating. But now if you read Genesis chapter 6, now some angels came down from heaven and had sex with human females, and their children were like these giants that kind of dominated over everybody. Now they do find, there's reports of giant skeletons. Now I don't know if they're the children of these angels or not, but I don't know if this story is true or not. But there's reports of giants found that was supposedly when they're found they lock them away in basements and museums just so people don't see them. But again, that may just be a conspiracy theory. There may be no truth to that story. I couldn't tell you one way or the other, but. Like I said, yeah, there's, hand these, the Bible thumpers, these stories, and just see what, of course, they may have answers for you. But, I said, don't get it. If they do engage in conversation, you'll be willing to listen to them and discuss it with them, because, they may be pretty interesting. Now, I might get to Wiccan and pagan at the end of my video, but I want to address like these Satanists, like Aleister Crowley and Anton LaVey. Now, I think Anton LaVey, I'm sure you can find some of his videos on YouTube. And Aleister Crowley, you can find some of his stuff here on YouTube. But he rewrote a number of books. But I wouldn't call them true hardcore Satanists. I would call them more of a mindset, just wanting to do their own thing, having fun. And Anton LaVey, he was more interested in having parties and pissing people off. I think Aleister Crowley was bi. He'd have sex with about anybody. But as the story goes, Barbara Bush's mother was helping Aleister Crowley out on some type of sexual ritual, and there's some people believe that Aleister Crowley was Barbara Bush's father, because if you look at him, Barbara Bush does look a lot like she's been gone for 4 or 5 years now, but Barbara Bush does look like Aleister Crowley, but that's a different discussion there. But like I said, if you want to practice one of these religions, understand what they're about. Don't just blindly walk into a religion with belief system without understanding what they're about. I'm talking about any system, without understanding what they're about. Now, on paganism and Wiccan, now I got no problem with them. I just don't know that much about them. Now the people that come knocking on your door, like Jehovah's Witnesses, well, the Mormons. I respect the Mormons. I like the Mormons. The Mormons are some pretty decent people. I'm talking about the mainstream Mormon church, not these guys that these churches up on they got living compounds. Well, first thing they'll do, they'll kick out the males when they turn 13, 14. They just kick them out so they won't be wanting the 13, 14-year-old girls for girlfriends. These guys want them for themselves, and they're periodically tech with these guys and put them in jail for like marrying 13-year-old girls. So, but I got no love for these guys. But mainstream Mormons, I like a lot of what they believe. I'm gonna get that in future videos. But let's see. like I said, paganism and Wiccan, I don't know that much about them. Now, one of them has this festival where you dance naked in the forest, in nice weather. I would be curious to attend one of their services, but I would have to, know somebody of that, that's a member of one of these small groups that do this, and I want to go with them so they can explain stuff to me. But I wouldn't want to join them as a permanent group, but as a permanent member. But I would just be curious to attend one or two of their ceremonies just to kind of feel what they're about. Like I said, if you're gonna join one of these, do some research, understand what you're getting into. I was going to cover a few more things here, but I was kind of wandering off in different directions here. But I'll make future videos as I get my thoughts together. But like I said, understand what your belief system. If you want to, like I said, guys like Aleister Crowley and Anton LaVey were pretty interesting, but I don't agree with everything they did. I'm going to make separate videos on those two guys. Okay, bye-bye. Love y'all.